Hello friend, welcome back. In this video I want to create some of the APIs. Okay, which type of APIs I will create, better I show you. Right now we don't need this. Better I simply remove everything from here. Okay, simply remove it. So I want to create some of the APIs. APIs means I want to get some of the data, I want to insert some of the data, I want to update some of the data, and also I want to delete some of the data. So our procedure will be here. First of all, better I put some of the node for you, and that is our node is ended. Okay, node is ended. So first of all, I want to create one of the task. Okay, that means that will be as a task. And for the task I want to create one of the tasks as I want to add some of the tasks. So that will be one of the post method. Okay, and then I want to take another one, our task. Our task will be I want to do which data I will post. I want to get this data. Okay, so then that will be another get method. And if you want to get that a specific ID data, so which data you will insert, I want to get this data, and after that we will need that a specific some of the ID data, right? If you want to get some of the specific ID data, I want to get it, then that will be one of the task. And for the get a specific ID data here, that will be obviously one of the ID, right? So here with a specific some of the ID, I want to get some of the data, so that will be also one of the get method. Great. And also I want to take another one for the update. For the update, as I told you before, that will be a specific some of the ID data we will update it with the patch method. So then that will be as a patch method. Okay, and also if you want to delete this data, that means our task, if you want to delete it with, also we have to delete it with a specific some of the ID, then that will be as a delete method. Okay, so that is the simple one of the code application I want to develop. So first of all, I want to insert some of the task, I want to get this task, then a specific some of the ID post data I want to get it, a specific some of the ID data I want to update, and a specific some of the task data I want to delete. Okay, and also I want to do the same things for the user. So for the user, that will be the same. Okay, for the user also I want to add the same things, that will be the user. Okay, I make it as a user, and that will be as a user. For the user, I will insert some of the data. I will get all that our user data. I will get a specific user ID data. I want to update a specific some of the user data, and also I want to delete a specific some of the user data. Okay, so that will be our API. So for doing this, we need one of the express, right? Better I want to do in our view, I open that again our terminal, and into this terminal I want to create one of the new express. That means I want to install that express. So if you want to install that express, I have already discussed about that things with you, then that will be the npm I and then express. Now click as enter. Now our express will be installed. So it's now installing. It may take little time. Okay, it may take little time, and here you can see it's now successfully installed. So when you install that express successfully, our first job is we have to take it, right? Better I copy it, and then we have to input this express. I name it as the express, and also we have to add this. That means we have to input this express, right? I simply input this express. Great. And now I want to initiate one of the app. So I hope you already remember that part. I have already discussed about that things with you. That will be on the constant. Under the constant, I simply initiate one of the app, and that will be as express, right? So that will be as express. I simply loaded this express in here. So I initialize it, and this express, as I told you before, that is created an express application. Okay, here with this app, I simply created one of the express application, and I take it with this app. Now we have to define one of the port for access it. So if you want to add this port here after this, that will be the same process that I have done before. That is a constant. I name it as a port. Okay, port will be as a process, right? That will be the process and .env, process env, and with this I want to add that our port. So that will be as a port. So our port, or that will be as a 40. Okay, I make it as a 4040. That will be our port, and here I want to listing it. That means the app, and then that will be the listen method, right? The listen method, and with this listen method, here I want to pass our port. So that is our port, and here I want to add one of the callback function, right? So here we have to add that callback function. I simply added this, and into the console log. Okay, into the console log, I want to display some of the message. That is a console, and the console log area. Here I want to display this message with the back tag. Okay, with this back tag I want to use it as a server. Okay, server is running at port, and you can also pass your port name, so that will be as a $sign and then the curly bracket, and then that will be our port. Okay, so our port will be dynamically visible which port actually is now running. So simply I run it in here. Okay friend, so now in our next video I want to do first work. Our first work is I want to add some of the post data. That means here if you want to add that user data, I want to use some of the user post data, then we'll add that task post data. I want to insert all that post data in our database. How can do that work? In our next video I will show you that things with a live example.